With the cost of feed being such a large part of your production costs, it is easy to wonder when you don't make money. What's wrong with my feed? I've been working with farmers, small to large, in Rwanda for more than 10 years, and we have noticed some common mistakes that can cost you more money than you realize. Follow us through this series as we troubleshoot your feed management and help you raise those profits. First question, what is your feeder density? Density just refers to how much of one object is taking up space in terms of another metric. Let's make it more simple. Have you ever been to a buffet where there's tons of food but where too many people elbowing their way through the line? It's chaos. Now imagine that same chaos but with chickens. Yep, that's what happens when you get feeder density wrong. Another example, we might ask you what your stocking or placement density is. We are asking how many animals per square meter you are placing or have in an area, as that impacts animal health and growth rates. Just as you can tell when you run out of grass that you have too many cows on a plot, we can tell by growth rates and uniformity that you have too many animals in a confined space. Feeder density is a measure of how many feeders or how much feeder space you are giving to each animal in a pen. This is to give every animal the same chance at the feed. Without enough feeder space, the increased competition for feed means some animals will push others back away from feed while they grow larger. The ones pushed back don't grow as fast, delaying your target weight goals for the whole group, increasing overall feed costs and decreasing your profits. Here is a quick pro tip. You can buy the best feed in the world, but if you do not have enough feeder space, your animals will not grow the way you want. With so many different types of feeders, it is difficult to define exactly what each species of animal needs as far as feeder space, especially in young animals. Here is what we can tell you about starter and winner feed. A great start for your animals, especially your chicks, is putting out fresh feed regularly and keeping their pans clean, meaning no shavings, manure, water, or any other debris other than fresh feed is in your feeders. We have seen farmers use cardboard boxes, laundry bucket lids, even kitchen baking pans to increase feeder space in their pens and houses. Another pro tip, however, the most successful farmers are the ones who clean their feeder regularly, put out fresh feed in small amounts so the chicks and young livestock can smell it and then start their animals to get up and eat. And we do mean a little feed in each feeder at a time. This trick will save you money by preventing feed wastage. Big piles of feed will lead to feed wastage, which we shall discuss in the third episode of this series. Another important thing is crop checks. Do you know what's a chicken crop? You can check that your chicks are getting a good start by checking their crop 8 hours after placement. A healthy crop will be firm. If their crops are too soft, you may not have enough feeder density or need to put more feed out. If their crops are too hard, you may not have enough drinker density and need to make sure your chicks have enough water to go with their feed. A balanced crop is a sign of proper feeder and drinker density, meaning your animals are off to a great start. If your temperature is too hot or too cold, your crop check will also be impacted, so be sure to keep an eye on temperature every time you check your feeder pans and stir your chicks. For finishers, most livestock need to eat a certain volume of feed to reach a certain weight target. You may have to separate animals into their own feeders to guarantee that each gets their necessary feed volume. But for poultry that is on full feed their entire life, it is again about feeder space. The 30 centimeter diameter feeders Zamura sells and puts out our pullets, layer, and broiler finisher feeds can only support 25 to 30 birds. In general, A chicken's head needs about 2.5 to 4 centimeters of space to access feed. So whether you are using big pan feeders or small, chain feeders or some combination, measure how much space to make sure all your birds can access feed. Remember, the goal is to give your animals a VIP experience, not turning them into feathered boxes. If you're unsure about your feeder setup or your chickens aren't growing as they should, Zamura technicians can schedule a call or farm visit to help you solve this problem. We can also sell you feeders and drinkers and help design your housing space to achieve your desired stocking density. Stay tuned for more practical tips to get the most out of your feed and animals in the next videos.